Good boy. Yeah. Tango's a good boy. Yeah. Today is August 1st, 2013. Tango's doing good. A couple days ago, usually when I leave, I put him in his crate if nobody's home. And a couple days ago, nobody was home, but I wanted to see how he would act if I left him just inside the house when I left. I was only leaving for like 10 minutes. But when I got back, the kitchen garbage can was knocked over and he pulled out the trash and ate some, like, part of a paper plate and stuff. I think it had some liver on the plate or something. But he looked so guilty, and I told him no and things like that. And I don't physically scold dogs, but I'll tell them like no and stuff like that. But he looked so guilty, and it was pretty funny. But so I learned my lesson. I won't leave him in the house if nobody else is home. I'll just put him back in his crate like I normally do. Good boy. Yeah. He was a good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Today is August 10th, 2013. Tango's doing really good. Gave him a bath a couple days ago. Good boy. Yeah. Today is August 11th, 2013. There's a nice plant. It's called steeple bush. This isn't near the beginning of the trail. He usually likes to start off here by smelling all the different dogs' scents, because this is where they all walk through. So and it's the weekend, so there's probably quite a bit of dogs here earlier. He's smelling all the scent they left behind. Here's some dewberries. It's a dewberry. It's like a raspberry, but it grows along the ground. I'm just getting over a nasty cold. 10 months ago today was the last day that I took my last dog for a walk. It was October 11th, 2012. 10 months ago. Today is August 13th, 2013. Tango's doing good. There's some people walking back here, so I've got the muzzle on him. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. It's the big rock spot. Good place to sit and fish. Yeah. Today is August 19th, 2013. Tango's doing really good. Today is August 22nd, 2013. I don't think I filmed that much this month. It's getting close to the end of the month. Maybe I'll film a little bit of Tango around the house and stuff earlier in the day. But he's doing really good. He's very lovable. He's showing even more affection towards me and my parents than he has in the past. That's a sign that he's growing very attached to us. I keep him on a regular routine where I do things with him the same time each day and stuff like that, because dogs like routines. Anytime there's different kinds of changes and stuff, it kind of gets them, or it can get them stressed out and things like that. But it's been I think it's been like 10 months or almost 10 months now that I've had him. He seems to do pretty good around some other dogs, but then when it comes to some other dogs, he tends to want to lunge towards them. I think it's because those dogs, they tend to be like moving a little bit fast, and the dogs that move slow, either because they're old or they just move slow, he does fine around those. So that's what I'm thinking it is, because it's not always just male dogs, it's not always just black dogs or lighter colored dogs. It varies, and I think it has to do with how fast the other dog runs. But he doesn't have any allergy symptoms anymore. He doesn't scratch and stuff. He scratches every once in a while, but it's not like every 10 minutes like he used to. That's because I switched his diet to a grain-free diet, and that's when all that scratching stopped. And he doesn't really have dry skin anymore. He doesn't shed a lot anymore. So I think that had a lot to do with his allergy and skin problems. Good boy. Yeah. He's on the glucosamine and chondroitin pills for his joints and stuff. He hasn't done any limping. When I first ended up adopting him, I was taking him for like bike rides, running next to me on my bike, and he was jumping up on top of my bed and off onto the floor after he rested for a while, and I noticed he was limping a little bit after he'd hop off of bed. So I lowered the bed down so it was just like the box spring in the mattress. I didn't have the frame or anything, so it took like 6 or 8 inches off of the distance from him jumping down, and I started him on that glucosamine, and I stopped taking him for those runs next to me on my bike. Ever since I did that, he hasn't shown any limping or anything like that. So he's been doing really good. Here's a plant called Heal All, or Self Heal. It makes a really good tea. I usually collect them and dry them out. Every time I feel like I'm starting to get a cold, I make a tea from them. And usually, there's only one time that it didn't help me out and get rid of the cold. But the plant is edible. But you can, I don't actually eat it. I'll just make a tea out of it. But, so Tango's on a diet. I switched his diet to the grain-free. He was eating 4 cups, and I brought him to the vet and weighed him, and he still weighed the same, because he was on that 4-cup diet for a number of months. But he still weighed exactly the same, 116 pounds. So now I've reduced it back to 3 3/4 cups per day. But I broke that up into 3 different times. So I give him 1 1/4 cup 3 times a day. So that way at least he's not going for many hours on an empty stomach. It's only like 6 or 7 or 8 hours or something like that that he hasn't had any food. So that seems to work pretty good. I think if I did it all at once, he would definitely be getting hungry and start whining and stuff a couple hours before. So I usually do it like once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once later on in the evening. That seems to work pretty good. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get his weight back down to around 100 pounds, maybe a little bit lower than that. He's just a tiny little bit overweight. You really want to be able to feel a dog's ribs, but not be able to see the dog's ribs from the like through the coat on the outside. But he's just slightly overweight, maybe by about 10 pounds. And normally a dog being slightly overweight is not a big deal, but because he's so large, that slight being overweight, it's just more that he has to carry around. It's more wear on his joints, and when he gets older, he could have problems with his joints. That's why I have him on the glucosamine and chondroitin and things like that. And if I can get him to maintain right around the ideal weight, which is probably about 10 or 15 pounds less than what he is right now, that will be a lot less strain on his joints. And I read, I forget where it was some article where they said that if you are able to maintain your dog's weight at an ideal weight, it can lengthen the dog's life by like up to 2 years, depending on the dog's breed. So that's why I'm doing it. My mom kind of always wants to feed him something. Whenever he comes over to her, she always thinks that the dog's wanting food and she wants to give him something. I really want him to start losing that weight. Well, it's the end of August, so I'll be uploading the videos from August pretty soon. Tango's doing really good. I got a video of him howling earlier today. Good boy.